Good afternoon, students. Last week we completely learned about free fall body equations. This class we can learn vertically projected body equations. Okay, see, and this is the ground. So this is the ground, and from the ground, that is from the point G, so an object is projected upward with an initial velocity u. And we know that as the object is going upward direction, its velocity goes on decreases, because since it is moving against the earth attractive force, so its speed goes on decreases, we know that. So let us consider that it has reached to the point B, and here its velocity is v, and we know that v is less than, so v is less than u. So because this is the earth, so on the earth, from a point that may be a ground or from certain point, we projected the object vertically up. Project means throw forward. We have thrown the object vertically upward direction with an initial velocity u. As it is going up, its velocity goes on decreases, we know. So velocity decreases means it is having a negative acceleration due to gravity. So we will take a is minus g. Okay, students, and its velocity is v at this b point, and it is reached some height, and it has reached certain height, and let us consider that. And at this point its final velocity becomes 0, and at b point its velocity is b dash I am taking. So at b point velocity is b dash, and at c point means can from here, from the ground or from the point of projection, this is the point of projection, from the point of projection you can reach to c point only. At the c point its final velocity we have written 0. Okay, students, at the c, its final velocity is 0. So then whenever its velocity is 0, the height attained is called maximum height. First of all, how does these equations of motion changes for a vertically projected body we are going to see. And this is the point, and it is going, and this height is above the point of projection. So displacement will become plus h, and acceleration. So since the speed is decreasing, means it is moving against the earth attractive force. That's why a is minus g. U is more and v is less. Speed is decreasing means it is moving against the earth attractive force. Means against the acceleration due to gravity it is moving. Acceleration due to gravity is in the downward direction. Object is moving in the upward direction. That's why it is minus g. Whether the object move upward or downward, g direction is always downward only. Okay, if the speed is decreasing, it is called minus g. If the speed is increasing, it is called plus g. Okay, students, so a value minus g, s value is equal to plus h. Then how does the first kinetic equation changes, you see, students? So after reaching to some point, so the velocity is v dash, that v dash I want to write it. First kinetic equation we have v is equal to u plus at. It changes velocity after certain height from the point of projection. Since it is above the point of projection, this v can be taken as v dash, and u, a value we have to write minus g. The time is t, time is always scalar. So like that it changes the first kinetic equation. Okay, students, from the point of projection, if anything is above, you take it as positive. So means initial velocity is above the point of projection, final velocity also above the point of projection, and the acceleration due to gravity is downward direction. So only a is minus g, v is positive, and u is positive. Okay, students, now displacement, s is equal to displacement after some time, s is equal to ut plus half at square equation I am using. So s value will become h. So h is equal to ut. So only a will become negative. So minus half g t square you will get. And the next one, so v square minus u square is equal to 2as. How does this equation changes, students? So velocity its velocity is not 0 since it can reach some more height. Projected from u, still it can reach some more height. V square can be written as v dash square. So minus u square. Okay, students. So v square minus u square equal to 2 into a value minus g, you write it. S is the certain height h. Like that, third equation changes. And displacement traveled in the nth second. Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus 1 by 2. So how does this equation changes? You see, students, hn is equal to u, write it as u only, a, you write it minus g into n minus 1 by 2. This is the height attained. Okay, height in some particular interval of time. Like this, the equations will changes for vertically projected body. And all the equations, instead of a, you should write minus g. Instead of a, you write it minus g. So that is, and if anything, that is any initial velocity or final velocity or displacement or height. Okay, students, now we want to derive some equations for vertically projected body, that is called time of ascent. So time of ascent, consider that an object is projected from the ground, so or from the point of projection. See, okay students, from this point an object is thrown, so with an initial velocity u. Okay students, an object is thrown with an initial velocity u, and we know that as it is going upward, its velocity decreases, we know. For example, after reaching to here, its velocity is some v, it has decreased, and here its velocity is 0. So see, if the velocity is 0, then the height attained is called maximum height, we will call. So because as it is going up, speed is decreasing. If it has reached the maximum height, that is, if velocity becomes 0, it can't go further height. It cannot still move upward direction. So when its velocity becomes 0, the height attained is called maximum height. If v is 0, if final velocity is equal to 0, v is 0, then the height reached. Then, so if this is the height reached, if you consider this is the height reached h, that h we will call it as the maximum height reached for that initial velocity. Okay students, and the time taken to reach this maximum height is called time of ascent. Ascent means upward journey. So from here to here, it takes some time to go there, and that time is called time of ascent. So time of ascent, I want to find it. Okay. So I am writing time of ascent. Time of ascent is the time taken. Time of ascent is the time taken to reach the maximum height. Time taken to reach the, so what is that students? To reach the maximum height. So time of ascent is defined as the time taken by a vertically projected body to reach the maximum height, which is called time of ascent. Okay students, we projected from this point. This is the point of projection, and we projected with an initial velocity u. Okay students, as it is going up, its speed goes on decreases, and at particular point its velocity becomes 0. So whenever its velocity becomes 0, still it cannot reach further distance. So that is the height reached, and that height will become maximum height. If v is 0, height attained is called h maximum. Then the time taken to go from here to here, that is from O to A, is called time of ascent. The time taken by a vertically projected body. Time of ascent is the time taken to reach the maximum height by a vertically projected body by a vertically projected body by vertically. So what will you say? By a vertically projected body. It's called time of ascent. So you are writing the time of ascent equation. So you write the equation v is equal to u plus at. If v is 0 and you know u is u only, initial velocity, a value minus g. So just now we have discussed it. For a vertically projected body, a will become minus g. And whenever v is 0, the time is called time of ascent, we will call t suffix a. Then that minus gta comes this side, it will become plus gta, that is equal to u. Then t suffix a is equal to u by z. So time of ascent formula, we got it u by z. Okay. So we got it initial velocity by acceleration due to gravity. And we can write like this: since what is that? G is constant. Since G is constant, then time of ascent is directly proportional to u. Since G is constant, time of ascent is directly proportional to u. Means if you project with greater speed, it reaches the greater height and it takes more time. So see students, time of ascent is defined as the time taken by a vertically projected body. Time taken by a vertically projected body to reach the maximum height. So is called time of ascent. When time of ascent, t suffix a is directly proportional to u. Okay students, so you can write like this. And for example, if this u value I have given, you projected an object with a velocity of, see students, you projected this stone vertically upward. Like this you have projected vertically up with a velocity of 50 meters per second you projected. And you take this acceleration due to gravity value a minus g, and that is you take it 10 meter per second square. Then time of ascent I want to find it. So time of ascent formula is what you know students, time of ascent is equal to u by z. U value how much you know? I have given 50 meters per second. So 50 meters per second, and g value also I have given for you 10. Okay, and this gets cancelled. So time of ascent will become 5 seconds. Okay, like this you can calculate the time of ascent for a vertically projected body. Means the time taken to reach the maximum height from the point of projection is called the time of ascent. It depends only on u and it depends on the g. Since g is a constant, so the time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity. So the time of ascent is directly proportional to initial velocity, you can write it. Okay, means more is the initial velocity, it takes more time to reach the maximum height. For example, if this u value will take 100, then 100 by 10, it takes 10 seconds. Okay, so time of ascent is directly proportional to u by z, and this formula also very important, remember this. Okay students. So next one, maximum height reached by the vertically projected body. So maximum height, so h maximum. So maximum height reached by a vertically projected body. See students, and from this point, so this is the ground level or the point of projection. From this point of projection, we have thrown the object vertically upward. Okay, we have thrown the object vertically upward with an initial velocity u. and we know that as it is going up, its speed is decreasing, so it is said to be negative acceleration, you know that. Okay students, so negative acceleration it is having, and this is the point. Consider that at this point the final velocity becomes 0. Then the height reached is called, so maximum height. So that maximum height I want to get it now. Okay, what's the formula for the maximum height attained? I want to get it. Okay, so here height will become the distance. Yes. So fine. See, you know the initial velocity u, you know the final velocity. So then I'll take maximum height formula. For maximum height formula, I'm taking third canonical equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay, students. V square minus u square equal to 2as is the equation we have taken. So fine, see, maximum height means v square is 0 and minus u square is u square only. 2 into, for vertically projected body, a is minus g, and when final velocity becomes 0, the displacement attained is called the maximum height. So SC is h maximum. Okay, then what do we have here? 0 square minus u square is equal to minus 2g into h maximum. 0 square means 0. 0 square means 0 means you need not to write this term. Okay students, then minus and here minus 2g h maximum. If you multiply with minus sign, it will become plus. Then u square is equal to 2g h maximum. Then write it, h maximum is equal to, so what can you write? U square by 2g you can write it. Then h maximum is equal to u square by 2g. So the maximum height attained by the object is equal to u square by 2g, we got it. Okay students, and if you make c and g is constant and 2 is constant, then the maximum height h maximum, so h maximum is directly proportional to u square. The maximum height attained by an object is directly proportional to the u square. Okay students, this is the formula for maximum height attained. So see students, we projected from O, it is reached to A, and as it is going up, its speed goes on decreases, you know, its speed goes on decreases. If it has reached the maximum height, at the maximum height final velocity is equal to 0, you know that. At the maximum height final velocity is equal to 0. The time taken to reach this maximum height is called ascent, and the time of ascent formula we got it, so u by g, and this is the h maximum. Now I want to derive the equation for time of descent. So time of descent. So time taken to the same point of projection. See, we have projected from O to A. It does not stay at A. Again, it will come back. So it does not stay there. You know that it will come back. Okay. So the downward journey in the same path. I am drawing like this. See, the object is at A, students. It is at A. Okay, students, and this is the O. We know that. This is the O, we know that, and this A is the maximum height also we know. So this is called h maximum, and this h maximum value you know how much? U square by 2g. Now it is falling freely from that maximum height. Okay, then to fall from A to O while it is coming in the downward direction, to fall from A to O means in the same path only it is coming. For my conveniency, I am drawing the diagram here again. So the downward journey, it is falling from the maximum height to the ground. It takes some time. The time we call it as what, you know, time of descent. So now the time we take it as time of descent. The time of descent formula I want to derive it now. Okay students, since it is falling from the maximum height, this point is A. So while it is falling downward direction, you take initial velocity is equal to 0. Otherwise leave it. Okay, see students. So I will use the S is equal to ut plus of a t square equation. I will use, since it is falling from the maximum height. So yes, instead of yes I can write h maximum. H maximum I can write. And in the downward journey, in the return journey, initial velocity is equal to 0 and a is equal to plus g. Okay students, then s is equal to h maximum, this term is 0. So 1 by 2 into a value is equal to g and the time is t square. So now h maximum means you can write how much u square by 2g is the h maximum. That is equal to 1 by 2 into g into what can write students, t square. Okay students. So then you see students, so u square, this 2 gets cancelled. So what do you have? U square by g is equal to g into, you have your t square. Then send that g downward direction. Then u square by g square is equal to time of descent square. The time taken to reach the ground from the maximum height. It is falling from the maximum height. Okay. So then you will get u by g is equal to time of descent. Okay students. So time of descent formula we got it, u by g. Okay, now next one, see students, time of flight. So time of flight means how much time it totally remains in the air is called time of flight. From the point of time of flight means, see students, so we projected from this point, so that is from O2 it reached to some height A, and from A it falls in the downward direction. So it reached to this point, and again it does not remain there, it reaches to the same point of projection. So this is called upward journey. So the time taken for upward journey is called, so what is that? Time of ascent. And in the same direction it will fall, but for our conveniency we are drawing the line nearby it. So in the downward journey the time taken is called time of descent, and time taken to reach this maximum height is called ascent. Ascent plus descent is equal to, what do you know? Flight. So the time of flight t is equal to, so time of ascent plus time of descent. Okay, the total time, how much time it remains in the air. How much time it remains in the air. During the upward journey it remains in the air, and during the downward journey also it remains in the air. So the total time we call it as the time of flight. So the time of flight t is equal to, upward journey you write it u by z, downward journey you write it u by z, and total time you write it t is equal to 2u by g. This is called time of flight. So time of flight you denote the letter capital T. Okay students. So okay students, now we can calculate velocity of an object on reaching the point of projection. Velocity of an object. Velocity of an object. Velocity of an object on reaching. Velocity of an object on reaching the point of projection. Velocity of an object on reaching the point of projection. Okay students, see, so this is the point A or O. From this point we projected the object vertically up and it has reached the A, and again it will fall down in the same path, but for our convenience we are drawing the second line. So fine, during the reverse journey, so since it has reached the maximum height, here its final velocity is 0, while coming downward direction its velocity goes on, increases, means it starts from rest again. Okay, and we projected from here with an initial velocity u. After, okay, see, for the downward journey, with what velocity it is striking the ground, we want to know it. Okay, with u velocity we projected. After reaching this maximum height, final velocity is 0, and again it has reversed with 0 velocity and coming down. So during the downfall from the maximum height, so during downward journey, during the downward journey from the maximum height, during the downward journey from the, so what is that, maximum height, during the downward journey from the maximum height, so it is falling down from the maximum height, so initial velocity is 0 and A is equal to plus G and S is equal to, it is falling from the height of H maximum, and let us consider that it strikes the ground with a velocity v. That v I want to calculate. So this v is the question mark. Initial velocity 0, A is equal to plus G, S is equal to H maximum, and with what speed it will strike the ground, I want to know it. Then I will use the equation v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So then v square is equal to initial velocity 0, 0 square, 2 into, since it is coming downward direction, A is plus G and S means it is falling from the maximum height. So S means it is falling from the maximum height. Then v square is equal to 2g into h maximum. H maximum value we know, u square by 2g. Okay students, u square by 2g we know. Then this 2g gets cancelled. So v square is equal to u square. Okay. Then v is equal to, so that is called u. Okay. And if you take the square root on either side, v is equal to u will get. Means magnitude of speed, but direction is different. It is coming in the downward direction. So velocity of an object on reaching the point of projection, so will be same as that of the, so means modulus of u is equal to modulus of v. So means speed of v is same as that of speed of v. It reaches the ground with the same speed only. So that is, it reaches the ground. It reaches the ground or point of projection. It reaches the ground with same speed. It reaches the ground with same speed, but in opposite direction. So directions are different. Means modulus of u is same as that of modulus of v. Means if it reaches to the same point of projection, so the magnitude of u and magnitude of v are same, but directions are different. U bar is equal to minus of v bar. Okay. So that is the given thing, students.